And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome as we continue our Christmas race weekend here in Chase Race number 9, getting ready to set the stage for the season finale here of Season 6 of the NNSCRA Mobil1 Cup Series. We're here at the high banks of Talladega Superspeedway, a track where these drivers can go 3, even 4 wide racing, keep it together, and put on quite a show for these fans here in Alabama. We are getting ready now to basically find out who is going to be in the hunt for the Mobil1 Cup Series chase for the championship as far as the final race of the season next week at Zandvoorts. Right now it's basically been a battle between McCloud and Austin LaPlante for a majority of the chase, and we'll see what they're going to do here today as the big one looms over all 42 of these drivers as soon as they take the green flag. Charles Jackson, former winner at restricted plate track this season, won back at the second returning race to Daytona. He's on the pole for the second straight week here. He ended up having the pole position last week at Texas Motor Speedway, as well as he'll try and win from pole to victory lane. Alongside of him, a driver really been struggling the past few weeks, Nick Muciola for Joe Gibbs Racing. Nice qualifying result for him in second place. Third place is going to be Anthony McCrory. He's well known for his restricted plate racing. Alongside of him, a driver trying to keep his hopes alive to be able to go back-to-back in Mobil1 Cup Series seasons, Season 5 and Season 6, as a champion. That's the defending champ, Sean Galligan. Comes into this race third in the point standings. He is currently a total of 45 points out. He really needs a good run today, or else needs drivers McCloud and LaPlante to run into trouble today to keep himself mathematically still in the title picture. Sean Henley, a driver who was in the chase but quickly fell out of contention. He'll start this race in the 5th position, and alongside of him will be Tyson Broad. Now, we're going to be basically watching a few drivers today. 2 drivers that have an agenda to try and finish this race really well because they want to stay in contention for the championship next week at Zandvoorts. 3 drivers who are trying to keep themselves mathematically up in the hunt as maybe long shot drivers next week at Zandvoorts. James McCloud comes in 21 points ahead of Austin LaPlante. Both those drivers have 1 win apiece. They are separated, as I said, by 21 points. Then it's a total, as I said, of 35 points back to Sean Galligan, who is in 3rd place. James Silverfox still could keep himself in contention. Right now he's 60 points back, though, so he really needs a good run today, possibly his 3rd win of the season. And Danny Wells, amazingly enough, still has an opportunity to keep himself mathematically in the hunt, as he's 5th in the points, a total of 60... Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. James Silverfox is actually 53 points back, and Danny Wells is 58 points back. So my apologies there. I ended up saying that they were 60 points back. They really are not. But anyway, those 3 drivers, Galligan, Silverfox, Wells, they really need good runs, and they need LaPlante and McCloud to run into problems today. McCloud and LaPlante, if those 2 can come away with solid top 10 runs, it could be those 2 who are going to settle it out for the championship next week at Zandvoorts. We're going to find out what's going to happen. Lots to come here in today's 19-lap event at Talladega Superspeedway. The cars are going to roll off behind the pace car. They'll complete a couple of pace laps, and that will give us time to show you today's starting lineup for our next to last race of the season here in the Mobil1 Cup Series. This is the Eggnog 375. Here at Talladega Superspeedway, the big factor called the Big One. Big wreck that occurs here could take out several championship contenders in one fell swoop. If they gave these drivers eggnog, hopefully it wasn't spiked, because we don't want to see the big one here today, but it could happen, and it normally does. It's typical Talladega racing that we're about to see, as Charles Jackson, for the second straight week will start on the pole position. It's very difficult to start on the pole and win the race, but we'll see if Jackson can do it. Green flag is out. We're underway here today at Talladega. You're going to see a variety of strategies during the first part of this race, no doubt about it. Nate Musial actually was able to get around Charles Jackson on the high side. What a power move by the 11. He's going to go to the lead. But you're going to see some drivers try and quickly move to the front. You're going to see other drivers try and fall to the back in order to avoid that big wreck when and if it happens. As Anthony McCurry was trying to cut the inside line, he now moves to the middle groove. That's going to open the line to Sean Henley. Looks like he's going to go 3 wide for second place. Drafting help for him from Cody Lamas. Dylan Young there as well. Alex May on that inside line. Now, it didn't look like during that starting grid that either Austin LaPlante or James McCloud really got good qualifying runs as the battle's on for the lead 3 wide. Cody Lamas, Sean Henley, and Nick Muciola at the stripe. The leader is going to be the 55 of Cody Lamas. I'm trying to find LaPlante. I see him back there. They feel kind of split up just a little bit there, and there's like a little gap, and that's where Austin LaPlante currently is. James McCloud, on the other hand, I'm not really sure where he is. I see him there on the inside line. He's behind Jeremy Mayer, trying to work his way to the front there. He is on the inside line, however, trying to get the draft now of Ralph Mason, it looked like. There you see him on the inside line there, that blue car back there. As Alex May now jumps to the bottom. Alex May, former winner this season, back at Thornton. And here comes Trent Dunham. He knows something about being a Mobil1 Cup Series champion, but he's not in the hunt for it this season. He did make the chase, but wasn't able to get finishes good enough to be able to keep himself up in contention. But he's coming up here trying to maybe finish out the season with a victory. Amazingly enough, Trent Dunham has not gone to victory lane yet here in the Mobil1 Cup Series. Trent Dunham actually almost made all 3 chases. He made Truck Series and he made Mobil1 Cup Series. He was close on Snickers. And amazingly enough, Snickers Cup Series was the only race where the only series where he actually had a win. He's not gone to victory lane in trucks. He's not gone to victory lane in mobile, yet he made the chase in both those series. And right now, apparently Alex May has worked out a little bit of strategy here with Cody Lamas. Those two running 1-2. As I saw Isaac Canepa, last week's winner, back there, and I heard some scraping. Caution's out, and the wreck has happened. Galligan is involved in it. Henley is in it. McCrory's in it. A lot of front runners. Sanford. Jordan Hester, Corbett, Burton, there's Carson Gum, Rogers, the pole sitter, Jackson, Richard Johnson, and the caution flag is out. Where are the points guys, though? We know Galligan was involved. There's LaPlante. He just crossed the stripe in 20th. Where's McCloud? Trying to find the 34, who apparently must have gotten through it. Where is he running? There he is. McCloud is up to 13th place. So James McCloud and Austin LaPlante both got through it, but it looks like Galligan did get a piece of it. There's Johnson. We just saw the Eric Burton machine. Eric Burton, who will actually be in the hunt next week at Zenjoltis for the Oreo Truck Series Championship. Carson Gum. Kyle Corbett sits on pit road. There's Anthony McCrory, and there's the pole sitter, Charles Jackson. And there is Sean Galligan, who apparently has been able to continue on, but you can see there's quite a bit of extensive damage to both sides and the rear of the Aspen Dental Toyota. One of those drivers who was trying to keep himself in contention for the championship is maybe a long shot driver next week. Jordan Hester, 2-time winner this season, and a chaser. He got some damage out of that. Zach Rogers damaged, so is Charles Sanford. And these guys right here, I don't know if they got involved or not. There's Danny Wells, Cole Daly, and James Qualls. They're behind Isaac Canepa, who I know was straggling at the rear of the field a moment ago. But, yeah, there is some damage there to the right side of the Hellman Chevrolet. Daly and Qualls, I'm not certain if they really got any damage out of it or not. And we may end up having some pit stops here. Well, don't look like any of the leaders coming down. Looks like everybody back here, though, is going to be coming down pit road. These are mostly some damaged race cars. There's Isaac Canepa coming down pit road. Now, he was slow there. He lost the field. Maybe they're going to come down and see if there's something mechanical under the winner for last week from Texas's hood. Danny Wells coming, Sanford, Rogers, Hester, and Galligan. Let's find out if Galligan's going to be able to continue. Yeah, looks like he's going to be able to continue. Rogers, Hester, they're going to try and keep them in the race as well. As Alex May is the current leader under the caution. Let's look back and take a look at what happened. This may not have really been the big one, but it did involve quite a few drivers. Alright, let's see where the initial contact began. There was a little contact almost there between Danny Wells and Charles Sanford. And let's see, McCrory just kind of crowded Galligan heading into that corner. I don't think McCrory even turned to the left. He just slides right up into both the Shawns, Henley and Galligan. Charles Jackson there, the 88, goes right on top of his car. He slides up into the wall, and then they just start piling up further down there. Eric Burton's actually flipping on the banking of the Talladega track. There is Sanford. Look at the Eric Burton machine. Holy cow. Oh, I lost him. There he is. Oh my goodness. Flipping, barrel rolling. We got to rewind a little bit here. See how that contact down at the bottom again. Oh, right there. You see Eric Burton. He's going to get into the Danny Wells machine. That shoots him down into Zach Rogers. Rogers going to get turned around. Hester going to get involved. Hester then goes down. He collects Carson Gum. Jackson, whoa, darts right down into Carson Gum, all the way from the top level of the racetrack. There's James Qualls and Cole Daly behind this. And the 28 of Richard Johnson's on the apron at this point, but he's going to get quite a bit of damage as a result of something here. Oh, right there. What happened to him? It's like that car just snapped around on him, and he comes straight up into the 77. Either he locked up the brakes or tire went down or something, because he was actually on the apron running well, and the car just completely spun out on him and turned him up to the right, back up into this wreck. But there is Eric Burton, barrel rolled through the turn. And a lot of drivers involved in this one, and that's the one right there that we got to keep an eye on, Sean Galligan, because he's obviously trying to contend for a championship, but he's involved here in the first wreck of the day. They have gotten him back off pit road. He is going to continue on, but I doubt he's going to be up to speed, and he was running 13th place that last time around. So a tough break for Galligan. His hopes of maybe going back-to-back championships here in the Mobil1 Cup Series could have just gone up in smoke literally here at Talladega Superspeedway. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing here on lap 8 of 19. It'll give us a total of 12 laps to go here today at Talladega Superspeedway. Drivers out after the wreck we just saw take place are as follows: Charles Sanford, Sean Henley, Anthony McCrory, Charles Jackson, Eric Burton, Kyle Corbett, Richard Johnson, and Carson Gum. There you see the Sean Galligan machine going to restart in 34th position, last car on the lead lap. Let's try and give you as far a rundown as we can. We're definitely going to try and find out where the other drivers, Danny Wells, James Silverfox, those other drivers that are trying to keep their chase hopes alive, or the championship hopes alive, I should say, are running, as well as James McCloud and Austin LaPlante. Alex May is the leader. Cody Lamas is in second. Third is Trent Dunham with Tyson Broad fourth, and Emilio Navarrete, who actually won here at Talladega last time we were here. He is in fifth. Sixth is Zach Flickinger. Joshua Collard runs in seventh. Dylan Poteet up to eighth. Ninth place is Kenny McCrory, and 10th is Dylan Young. 11th place is Ralph Mason. 12th will be George Rope. There's James McCloud up to 13th. 14th place Joshua Michaels, and 15th is Jake Rogers. There's James Silverfox. He's in 16th place. Austin LaPlante currently in 20th position. Danny Wells, who I believe is still running on the racetrack. Well, maybe. There he is. He's in 33rd right now, and there's Sean Galligan in 34th place. So the 5 drivers who came in with a possibility to stay mathematically eligible for the championship next week is in Jolta still running here. They know what's on the line. They know what's at stake. And they are still continuing on here today at Talladega Superspeedway as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here on lap number 8. Alex May gets ready to put us back underway, trying to become a 2-time winner this season for Penske Racing. It would actually be the second straight win of the season for Penske Racing, as Isaac Canepa put his number 12 in victory lane in an amazing race last week at Texas. Field kind of split up there. Front 4 remains single file. Battle on for 5th. Zach Flickinger down to the inside of Emilio Navarrete. Now Joshua Collard trying to join that fray. Now they start splitting up here at the front. Trent Dunham, Tyson Broad working together on the inside line against Cody Lamas, who's on the outside line, trying to get the drafting help of Alex May. And Tyson now going to stick Trent in the middle, and here comes Tyson for second, 3 wide. Alex May, though, continues to lead the way as the battle is on for second. Tyson Broad now wants it from Trent Dunham. He'll get it, getting drafting help from fellow rookie Zach Flickinger, who really has adapted to this series like a duck does to water. He has really been doing well as far as qualifying and finishing in the limited number of runs he's had. Whoa, Joshua Collard gets a little squirrely there heading into turn 1. Almost went up into Cody Lamas, but keeps it together. And here comes Kenny McCrory, our winner from Iowa. He's coming up here into the mix here and having a really good run, getting some drafting help there from the 2 Dylans, Poteet and Young. We know that Dylan Poteet is going to be battling for the Oreo Truck Series Championship. Next week is Zen Joltis. Dylan Young just barely eliminated mathematically from competing for that championship. As wow, they were 4 wide back there, but this track can hold them. They've never really tried 5 wide. I don't know if they've been able to if they would be able to actually keep that together. They give each other enough room here with 4 wide, so it'd be a tight 5 wide, but I think if they did it only on the front straightaway and the back straightaway, they'd be able to keep it together. As here comes Kenny McCurry's big run on Alex May there, coming in through the exit of the tri-oval into turn 1. And he's got a lot of friends behind him, Dylan Young and Emilio Navarrete, and now he's going to utilize them to go down to the bottom. Alex May is going to be a sitting duck. But all of a sudden, all the drafting help Kenny McCurry had just split on him. And look who is coming. James McCloud in the 34, now working his way up from 5th to 3rd in a 3 wide move. Moved the points leader up to the 3rd position. McCloud has done a great job staying out of trouble today. And Austin LaPlante is way back there, somewhere around 25th place, I would say, with the number of cars between McCloud and LaPlante right now. And McCloud looking like he is ready to maybe take the championship here today at Talladega. Not even have to worry about Zen Joltis next week. He is having a great run. He's got some buddies helping him out there. Trent Dunham. I think Jake Rogers also helped him get to the front. Probably #1 goal today for James McCloud was avoid the big one. And right now, if they're able to keep it clean, James McCloud will be able to check that off his list. Let's find out where Sean Galligan's currently running right now. And Danny Wells. There is Danny Wells and Sean Galligan battling side by side. 32nd and 33rd place is where those two are running. Let's jump through the field here. There is James Silverfox. He's actually been able to work his way up towards the front as well now. He's up to the 13th position, and I think he's actually going to cross in a much better position here at the line. 4 wide situation for him, though. Jeremy Mayer, Deanna Shelton, Emilio Navarrete. 7th place is where James Silverfox is up to. Still trying to keep himself mathematically in the hunt. The only problem for him is he can see the X-Side Chevrolet right up ahead of him there. And as long as the 34 is running good, that pretty much nils the chances of James Silverfox battling for the championship next week at Zen Joltis. And right behind him, not too far, is the Austin LaPlante machine, who has now worked his way to the inside line. Trying to tuck him in line behind Bob Jones and has succeeded. See where he's currently running. Whoop. There he is. 17th last time around, now going to the inside of Silverfox. I think he'll be crossing in a much better position than 17th this time around, as he is on that inside line, which is obviously the fastest line around this racetrack, if you can get enough cars lined up down there. This time around, LaPlante crossed in the 11th position, and now he's actually going to be coming underneath of James McCloud, the driver he's trying to run down, because McCloud is stuck in the middle groove there with Silverfox. Whoa, Dunham! I thought he almost got turned there. He actually moved down a groove. I thought he got a tap from Alex May, but he keeps it together, though. We're still green flag racing. Kenny McCurry, currently the leader here in the 38. I've actually noticed here that since we've been under this green flag run, whoever's out in front's actually been able to hold it for a good majority of time. Alex May, when he had the lead, he was actually able to hold it for a good length of time. And right now, Kenny McCurry, since taking over the lead from Alex May, he's been able to hold off all comers, and he's been leading a majority of this race now. As Jeremy Mayer was running in 2nd, but now Bob Jones gets a good run on him. And look who's coming up to 4th place. It's Austin LaPlante now up here in the mix again. Whoa! Flickinger was on the apron! And somebody wrecked. Someone's wrecked. Yes! Oh, McCloud is involved. The points leader. Dunham, William Duncan, Daniel Day, Silverfox, and Joshua Michaels. Look out. Cole Daly runs straight into the back of Silverfox. So does James Qualls. Oh my goodness gracious, that was a hard impact for Cole Daly, but right there, the points leader, James McCloud, just got involved in this one. And Galligan's going to go on by, so will Danny Wells. LaPlante is still running well, but oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage on the 34. And I think it started with the 18, now going to his high side, Zach Flickinger. I saw him actually down on the apron. He may have tried to come back up on the racetrack, got hooked by somebody. But James McCloud, who came with a 21-point advantage over Austin LaPlante, oh my goodness, made it through the big one, or so we thought. This may actually be our second big one of the day, I don't know. We'll look back at a replay and find out, but what a tough break for James McCloud. And now the big question is, where's Austin LaPlante going to finish this race? Because wherever he finishes is going to basically come into play in where James McCloud's going to be heading into the season finale. I mean, I think he's still going to be able to be eligible for the championship, and I think it's going to be awfully close because there are quite a few retirees already out of the race. McCloud may finish, it looks like he's running 28th. I think that may be where he finishes today's race. Well, actually, now they score him in 29th. So if he finishes in 29th place, I don't think there's a chance that Austin LaPlante can get any more than maybe 10 points ahead of him in the standings, if he finishes first, that is. So, boy, I don't know what's going to happen here. We're going to find out in just a moment. We got to look back at a replay, though, because we got to see what happened to James McCloud. I have a feeling he was just an innocent victim caught up in this one. Well, they were 5 wide here heading into turn 1. The car that's behind Zach Flickinger at this moment is Cody Lamas in the 55. But he doesn't make the contact. It's actually contact between Megan Atkins and Zach Flickinger. The one car comes back up the track in front of Trent Dunham. Flickinger comes up, collects James McCloud, and everybody else there's just nowhere for them to go. Duncan, Daniel Day, they had absolutely nowhere to go. Silver Fox as well. And that's a hard impact for the 34, the 66, the 21, the 8, the 31. Joshua Michaels, I'm actually not sure if he was involved. I think he may have actually gone around this wreck on the high side. I don't know. If anything, he may have actually pancaked the right side of his Ford. But then look at the back of your screen. Cole Daly, full speed into the James Silver Fox machine, and then James Qualls as well. I just completely shot the 31 forward. Imagine the impact there. Holy cow. And it completely pancaked up the front of the National Guard Chevrolet. I can guarantee you that. Oh, and then a hit from Daniel Day to James Silver Fox. Boy, so it looks like every single driver that came in with a possibility of remaining mathematically eligible next week for the championship has had trouble today, with the exception of Austin LaPlante. Now all eyes are going to be on the 71, see how he does, as I think we will go back to green with a handful of laps remaining, but man, Danny Wells and Sean Galligan, they were involved in a wreck. Now James Silver Fox and James McCloud involved in a wreck. Guess it's not a good day to be a chaser in the hunt for the championship or something, because Talladega is apparently targeting these drivers, and quite a few others along the way as well. Let's head back now and see how many laps we're going to have left to try and finish this race out under green. It will be a one-lap shootout to finish out today's race at Talladega Superspeedway, and things have certainly taken a turn for, well, I can't say for the better or for the worse, but it's definitely changed the outlook of this race and the chase as well. Take a look at the drivers that are out of the race as a result of that wreck. William Duncan, Daniel Day, points leader James McCloud, Zach Flickinger, James Silver Fox, also Trent Dunham, Cole Daly, and James Qualls. Now this, I would think, is going to now take Silver Fox out of the hunt for the championship, because he really needed to leave with a possible win today. That's not going to happen. Now, where James McCloud finished, let's see where he actually officially finishes this race. He finishes in 34th place. Now, he came in 21 points ahead of Austin LaPlante, which means that LaPlante has to, with leaving with the points lead, finish in the 7th position or better. He'll restart this race in 3rd place. Can he hold off these guys and get himself at least a top 5 finish today? That would leave him with, as the points leader heading to next week as Anjoltis. Kenny McCurry will be the leader on this one-lap shootout. Bob Jones in 2nd. There's LaPlante in 3rd. 4th is Jeremy Mayer with Joshua Collard. 5th, Dylan Poteet, looking for his 4th win of the season. He's in 6th. 7th place, Nick Muciola. Cody Lamas in 8th. 9th, Wolfgang Mason. We haven't talked about him all day. And Emilio Navarrete is in 10th. And you got Trek Togger. Haven't talked about him. He's 12th. Or 11th, I should say. 12th is Jake Rogers, rather. Dylan Young is in 13th. I'm falling apart here. Daniel Voiles is in 14th. 15th, Ralph Mason. Alex May is 16th. 17th, George Roque. Megan Atkins, 18th. Deanna Shelton, 19th. And Tyson Broad is in 20th. Then it's Joshua Michaels, Zach Rogers, Danny Wells, Jordan Hester, and Sean Galligan in the top 25. Isaac Canepa will restart in 26th place. He's obviously lost a cylinder or something. Our winner from Texas last week, because he has not been up to speed at all since we went under the green flag. Speaking of green flag, it is back out, but also the white flag is out. It's go time. It's do or die time. It's time to do what you gotta do to win this race, because you only got one shot at it. Bob Jones lined up in 2nd place. Every driver you talk to at Daytona, Talladega, they say you want to start in the runner-up spot on the final restart. But look here, Joshua Collard, Austin LaPlante working together back there in a 2-car tandem. Can Bob Jones pick up their draft and try to go to the inside? Here he comes. I thought for a moment there he was pretty committed to Kenny McCurry. Here comes the inside. Collard's now going to dump Austin LaPlante. He's going to go for third, and he'll offer the drafting help to Bob Jones on the inside line, but he's got no drafting help. Here it comes in the form of Cody Lamas. Right now, Austin LaPlante, you see him there on the high side in the fourth position. He just wants to leave Talladega as the points leader. But here comes Bob Jones to the inside line. Kenny McCurry, though, trying to battle back on the high side. We may have a photo finish, but the inside line looks like it's going to prevail. Half a car length, Bob Jones picks up his first career NSRA victory. He wins here in his rookie season in the Mobil1 Cup Series at Talladega Superspeedway. He has been having quite a rookie season, has Bob Jones. Second highest non-chaser in the standings. 15th in overall standings there. And his first win of his career comes here in his rookie season in the Mobil1 Cup Series in the Eggnog 375. What a great move by Bob Jones, perfectly timed. And Kenny McCurry did have the drafting help of Austin LaPlante coming down to the stripe, but could not get the run out of the exit of the tri-oval, and Bob Jones picks up the win here today in the 14 machine. I'm trying to remember, it might actually be the first time ever the 14's gone to victory lane here in the Mobil1 Cup Series. Might be the first McClure Racing victory. But what a tremendous run there for Bob Jones. Timed it perfectly. For a moment there, I thought he actually was just going to draft Kenny McCurry into turns 3 and 4 and then make his move there, but he decided on the back straightaway, and it worked out to his benefit. Bob Jones with the win here today. And I think LaPlante actually did finish better than 7th place. We'll take a look at our official top 10. Yes, he finished in 4th place. So with him finishing in 4th, I think he's going to have a 4-point advantage, 3 or 4-point advantage over James McCloud heading into the season finale next week at Zenjoltis. But we'll take a look at the rest of the top 10 finishers. Bob Jones with the win. Kenny McCurry ever so close, 4/100ths of a second it was at the line. He'll get 2nd place, though. Joshua Collard, nice run for the 9 car today in 3rd place. LaPlante, great run in 4th. That gives him the points lead. Cody Lamas, he was having quite an eventful day. Was up front most of the day. Comes away with a solid 5th place. Jeremy Mayer, he was up front all day long. He'll get 6th. Wolfgang Mason, kind of the silent one today. He moved his way up to 7th place to finish this race. Dylan Pote, great run for him after picking up a win a couple weeks ago at Indianapolis. He's got quite a bit of momentum on his side. He'll finish 8th. How about Nick Muciola? Started on the outside of the front row. Really, we didn't see him majority of this race. Moved his way back up to the end, finishes in 9th. And Emilio Navarrete, who ended up winning the last time we were out here at Talladega, gets a solid top 10 run here today at Talladega once again. So great runs for them. Let's find out where the rest of our chasers actually finished today's race. Not that it's going to have any impact as far as the championship. Whoop, I hit the wrong button. But still to see where they ended up finishing out today's race. The rest of our chasers were as follows. Dylan Young in 16th place. Megan Atkins was in 18th. Looking further down, Danny Wells actually finished the race in 23rd. Sean Galligan was in 25th. And Jordan Hester was ahead of him in 24th. That's what the only chasers to finish this race. The rest of these chasers finished out of the race. James McCloud in 29th place. Trent Dunham in 31st. Silver Fox in 32nd. Sean Henley was in 36th place. And I believe that did it for the chasers as far as where they finished. So for the first time this season in the chase, James McCloud will be heading into a race not as the points leader. It was the James versus James show to start off this chase. Then Silver Fox started to fade away. LaPlante started gaining momentum, and that momentum has taken us into Zenjoltis with Austin LaPlante as the points leader of the Mobil1 Cup Series chase standings. How will James McCloud be able to cope with coming in 2nd place in the points rather than the points leader? We'll find out heading in next week at Zenjoltis. Now with Danny Wells and Sean Galligan, I don't know. We're going to have to see if they're going to still stay mathematically eligible for the championship. If they do, they're definitely going to be long shot drivers, no doubt about that. James Silverfox with his DNF today, I think may have just been eliminated from competing for this season's championship, but we'll find out when we get our official standings heading into next week in just a moment. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and become part of the group today. Here comes your official finishing results, overall point standings, and rookie points, as well as your chase points heading into next week's race. If you're highlighted in green, you're still mathematically eligible to win the championship at next week's season finale at Zenjoltis. Congratulations to rookie Bob Jones on his first career victory here in the NNSCRA as he takes the Eggnog 375 here today at Talladega Superspeedway. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.
Here they come off the final corner, and oh, what it was John Cittadino, the leader! Cittadino, the pole sitter. There goes Madison Saber off. There goes Ralph Mason, second in points off. Oh my goodness.